Good morning again. I just wanted to post a few videos before I got too into, doing other things this morning. What I want to do is kind of create a couple YouTube videos, just, life on the farm, based on, somebody who's just starting up. And I'm going to post a series of videos within the day, just kind of catching up to where I am. But, um, I wanted to share some things, some challenges that we go through, hopefully to help other farmers out there, people who are just starting things to watch out for, things that we've done good, bad, and things that doesn't matter. But particular is one thing that I wanted to share, before I got any further into it today, and that is talking about my sweet potatoes. So, we plant these slips about close to about a month now. I don't have the exact dates. I actually, keep a journal, but we planted these slips and you can kind of see the feel, kind of where we got them. And I'll tell you what, when we planted them, they looked rough. I mean, I didn't think that they were going to make it, but here we are, weeks later, and they are just beautiful and thriving. So, one of the problems that we have in this particular area, and I knew that going in to it. I knew it, but I didn't think it would be a problem because we had added more soil. But one of the problem was, when we get those bad weather, when we get heavy rain, this area, at least the front part of it here, floods out a little bit. So what we did, we added more dirt, and I hilled up the potatoes a little bit more. So what happened during that rainstorm we had, I think last week, of course, it did its thing. It flooded out the area. Um, Thankfully, it didn't get on the actual beds because they're a little bit higher, but it was saturated with water, for a while. And what tomatoes need, what potatoes need is they don't need to be soggy and bogged down. And putting them in the spot is exactly what happened to us. So, and we actually tested these potato slips out. I got about 350 slips in the ground. We tested this bed this year just to kind of see where we're at. I don't want to plant a surmountable amount of things without sending it out first, seeing if I can grow it, lessons learned, and then, going further. I'd hate to have planted an acre of the stuff and, it all be wetland or something and, failed crop. That's money lost, that's time wasted. We like to start in small amounts and kind of grow from here. As you can see, like right now, we're only growing on a little bit more than an acre, maybe, or right at an acre right now. Starting out small, didn't want to do too much, in my first few years of farming and not learn from it. But back to these. So what's happened, let me show you. One of the rows I haven't agitated yet, but because of all that rain, it's first of all in heavy soil, but you can see all of the moss or mold growth. See all that green on the ground. So what I do, and what I'm doing today, I'm using the shrub rake, and I'm just kind of shaking it around a little bit, try to agitate that a little bit so it doesn't cause any further issues, if at all. So, and it kind of helps you clean up your rows a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit as well. I still need to get in here and weed as I do everything else. I tell you what, when the rain comes in, your schedule is tight, you're weeding, you miss a couple of days of weeding, and it can get out of control. And you got to ask yourself what you're going to do. You might bring in reinforcements, or you may just take your time and one at a time get down there row by row every morning and get it done. But I just wanted to kind of share some of my bloopers and bumps along the way. Next year when we do plant, um, we're definitely not going to plant the potatoes here. Will some of them make? We'll see. I'm hopeful that it will. May not be the best location because of the soil type. But, you know, our one of our expert veterans farmers was telling me not here, but at another location is where I should have grown it. And I had talked to our agents about it. You know, before I grow, I typically talk to, you know, our agents and our associations and see what everybody thinks. But, you know, the downfall of, you know, asking those guys and gals are, hey, they haven't farmed this land. You know, so, you know, some of my advice, the greatest advice, is coming from, you know, farmers who farm the land, who's farmed the area, you know, picking their brains and, you know, asking them to come check out my operation, seeing what they think, getting help from them as well. It's definitely most utterly important. So, you know, talking to, you know, local farmer, you know, he's like, don't plant here again. Don't plant sweet potatoes here. Plant them somewhere else. So he's kind of setting us up for success as we plan out seasons to come, because we are starting to, you know, put other things in the ground. Um, so, you know, just kind of putting the bug in his ear, asking him questions as well, you know, as we go through this journey is definitely going to be a big help. But wanted to pass that information along and share that. And, you know, this is kind of one of the first videos, but I have to kind of go backwards and give the history and everything else of life and life on the farm of a, you know, first year farmer. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the series as time go on. Thank you, and y'all have a good day.